Shalom and greetings, friends, brothers, and sisters. Today I want to talk about the book of Maccabees and the Apocrypha. You know, some people say it's not relevant, it's not inspired, and other people say it is inspired. And I have one there. I haven't read it for a while, but anyways, the book is Jewish history. It's history about what happened under the rulership of the Greeks. It's a tale of mass murder, but it's also a tale of heroics, dedication to what some would term as fighting for God and country. And that's what they did. And they pulled off a miracle by defeating a strong empire. They defeated them, kicked them out after many vile things that the leader did. The leaders the abomination of desecration, the pig sacrifice in the temple. You know, the Maccabees was a family. They rose up and they fought these guys, these heathens, and they won. And then, of course, later the miracle of the oil and the menorah, and it became the holiday of Hanukkah. The Jews celebrate Hanukkah around Christmas time, and it's a tale that, in my opinion, I think it's relevant. It's not inspired. I don't think it's not inspired, and it's not the word of Yahweh, but it's history that we should actually take from. I mean, we have our history here in the United States. United Kingdom has theirs. Australia, countries have their history, but we could learn a lot from the histories of other countries. We could be inspired by them. We could learn from the mistakes, and we could learn from the positive outcomes too. And I believe the book of Maccabees, you should get it and read it if you haven't read it, or if you haven't read it for a long time, pick it up and read. I'm going to read it here again real soon. I'm just reading another book right now, almost done with it. But yeah, the book of Maccabees is relevant. It happened in the Holy Land, and it was a miracle that they defeated these barbarians. But, they defeated them. But later on, of course, the Roman Empire came on the scene. And you know how that ended, with the destruction of the temple and the war, and then the rebellion, all that. But the book of Maccabees is a history book. It's relevant. And not just Jews, but the Messianics and a few Christians. You got to pick up on that book, read it, and learn something from the history, because it's history worth being remembered. And it's about a little tiny nation of Judea, that fought back, and they won. And I feel Yahweh was behind them, Yahweh was behind them and helped them win, because that was part of the plan of Yahweh. And it's just a inspiring tale, and it's just part of history, the Jewish history, and we ought to learn from that. Just like if we was going to, learn from Canadian history, or Japanese history, But anyways, that's really all I wanted to say, just about my take on the book of Maccabees and the Apocrypha. Not all the books of Apocrypha, some of them are, I don't know, exaggerated, wrong. I don't know if the translations were tampered with through the centuries or what, but that's one book that I'd recommend to read. And also, that's one book, that is pretty factual when it comes to Josephus' take on it, and other historians back then, what writings we have left of others. But it's just it's something we ought to learn about, and got to keep it in mind, because it's a wealth of knowledge, of what happened, and inspiring a war of independence is what it was, a war of independence, and a get away from the oppression of a madman. With that said and done, I thank you again for tuning in. Please like my videos, check them all out. You know, comment below, subscribe, hit notification bells, and please just study your scriptures and read that Maccabees book. You know, it wouldn't hurt. And I thank you again for tuning in. Shalom, peace out until we meet again.